morning everybody, and welcome back to BradFab Garage. Well, today we're not working on the rat rod, but today we are getting ready for a car show. I don't do a whole lot of car shows, but this is a benefit for one of the local towns around here, and I'm taking something different this time. So we've got some detailing to do because we're not taking one of the cars. We're going to clean the rock buggy up and take it. About to whoop this puppy into shape. This thing needs to be cleaned up. It's been a little while since I've done anything with this thing other than just get it dirty. I really haven't stripped it down and put it back together and cleaned it up since SEMA. One of my winch sponsors actually took us to SEMA and had this thing on display at the entrance of the Coliseum. So this thing deserves a little bit of love. A new hood and a new core support for this thing. But I kind of like leaving it like it is. I don't have to worry about scratching it. So eventually we'll clean this up and clean the roll cage and stuff like that back up. But today we're just going to be pulling the wheels and tires off of it, giving it a good once over, and just throwing a little bit of color on the undercarriage. And I have to run to town and get some supplies and some rattle cans and get this thing shining a little bit more. All right, I am going to break out the I told you you're going to move tool. All right, guys, we got the buggy somewhat taken apart. We're going to go through and get ready to start painting the axles and the control arms, and then we'll move up to frame rails and stuff like that. So the starters, we've got to run to town and get some rattle cans and a little bit of masking tape and some brake cleaner, and go over this thing one time real good before we shoot it. So let's go to town. See ya. We pull a lot of these old sponsor the stickers off that there's no need for being there anymore. Ugh, that's dirty. I should have power washed that with the skins off. Alright, get these gauges masked off, the rear steer valve masked off. We'll just give a light little dust to the dash and get that looking a little better. If you guys are wondering what that is a cutting brake. That's the same thing they use in the drifters. Before I rear steered this one, with my Atlas, I can go through and disengage the rear axle, hit my rear brakes, and do a front dig and actually turn on a dime. I don't use it a whole lot now that it's four-wheel steer, but there are spots where that extra brake pressure is very handy. So that you don't quite get enough on the first pump, you can go ahead and grab that and double your brake pressure. But it is a regular cutting brake, just like they use on drifters. Works great for this world too. All right, let's get the color on this thing. Oh, actually I want to paint this valve because it is just a non-stop problem on trying to rust. I'm gonna put some tape over that. Get a razor blade and just trim it off around that cover so it looks better. That'll keep that looking good. Let's throw a little quick something on here. Nothing fancy, just some color. We'll get my cutting brake. Tell everybody about it. I'm about painted it. Shiny stainless. I might as well keep it shiny. All right. Ooh, it's hot still. I had to go back to town for more paint, so it's using it up. Let that dry and see what I missed. There's nothing worse than painting roll bar tubing because you can't see it all. Got a lot of the top of the cage and stuff all painted. I'm gonna have to let it dry and see what I missed once I get it outside. I did find a color that almost matches. It's a long ways from the inside of the wheels up there. So we're gonna play with the wheels, get them painted up while the cage is drying. The only thing I have left to do is the stinger on the front and the bars under the hood. So I'll do all that after I get everything else done. Get the skins cleaned up and back on and dress these wheels up a little bit. So let's get that done real quick. I ain't even gonna get too worried about cleaning it all up. We're just gonna do it. That's not half bad looking. Just the insides of that blue and blacken the rock rings. Not bad looking at all. Rust-Oleum for the win. Okay, I think we've got most of this pretty well covered. We'll go ahead and throw the skins on it, maybe put the wheels on it, get the steering hooked back up and stuff like that. I'm sure we're going to find places that we've missed one way or another, but we're not trying to make it a beauty queen. We're just trying to make it look a little bit better, a little less abused. But anyway, we'll go ahead and probably put the skins on it, and if we have to touch up anything around, we'll just mask off what we need. So I'll probably throw those on real quick first. Okay, that's all but that one. We'll have to figure something out on it. Let's see if these wheels are dry yet. Man down. Okay, still waiting on the wheels to dry. So let's go ahead and put the steering together up here and get this all unmasked and cleaned back up. And then we'll go to the rear and go ahead and get that one on the ground too.
Exact same thing here. This steer axle is the exact same as the front. It's just the front pinion is offset for the drive shaft, or for the transfer case. But it's the exact same thing, front to back, different axle shafts. They are corporate 14 bolts. I built the housing on the front. The rear housing, I just cut it down and welded the Dana 60 knuckles on it, and went from there. So it's a pretty easy setup. Okay. Whoa, about threw myself on the floor. Alright, we'll get the lines over here zip tied down and ready to move on to the next thing. Okay, we'll throw some zip ties on the hydraulic lines and the brake line. Okay, skins are on. The rear end, front end's back together. We have bump stops to do. We'll go ahead and probably drop the ones in the rear since we're back here. By then, if the wheels aren't dry enough, we'll go ahead and put the dash back together. So let's go ahead and get the bump stops. So I need my impact. Extra hand. Get all this stuff out without sparking again. About time for some new switches. A little crusty looking. Put that up. Well, I need 4 screws for that. We're about put back together in here other than the mirror. That real quick. Okay, now we just need to wait on the wheels to dry and then we can put it back on the ground. Something fishy's going on out here. What are you doing? What you doing? What are you doing? Playing in your mud hole? Says, I don't know. I'm caught. What are you after? What are you after? Say hi, goofball. So that kind of adds some color to it. But yeah, it's all shined up now. Everything looks good. Axle housings, the suspension, and undercarriage is all painted. We got the dash repainted and cleaned up, so it's looking a lot better. We still got the nitrous bottle to mount, the CO2 bottle to mount, but little knick-knack stuff. But I'm gonna call it a day. It is too hot. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much gonna wrap this one up for today. Don't forget to go in and like and subscribe, and we'll have some more coming at you. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of variety on this channel. Where there's a lot that goes on, so you miss an episode, you might miss out on something really cool. So, but anyway, this one's going to get us wrapped up. Next weekend we have the car show, and then we also have Oklahoma Cruisins in Perry, Oklahoma, for an evening. I think they're doing laser shows, so the boys are going to love that. We'll take the Pontiac to that, and they may have heard rumors of burnout contests and that kind of thing. So next weekend's going to be pretty exciting. So come back and see us. Thanks, guys. Bye.